कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवर जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवर जय गिरिवर Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I would like to again welcome you all on behalf of Kanya Desh for uh, today's afternoon satsang program. And first, I would like to seek blessing from all the Vaishnavas and who has given me this opportunity to speak or glorify the Lord. So I would seek humble obeisance from all, and especially from His Grace, Prakash Prabhuji, Arjun Prabhuji, and Amla Arjun Prabhuji. So please, and so by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, I would like to speak about today's verse is 10.34. मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्ति स्त्रीवाच नारीणाम् कीर्ति स्त्री च वापीनाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा तितिक्षमा स्मृतिर्मेधा तितिक्षमा मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीचनारीणाम् मृत्युर्मेधातिक्षमा मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीचनारीणाम् मृत्युर्मेधातिक्षमा मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीचनारीणाम् क्षमा मतलब मृत्यु सर्वश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाच्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा प्रतीक्षमा मृत्यु सर्वश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाच्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा प्रतीक्षमा सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाच्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा प्रतीक्षमा मृत्यु सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीवाच्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा प्रतीक्षमा What by meaning? Mrityu, death, sarvaharas, all devouring, cha, also, navas, generation, cha, also, bhavishyatam, of the future manifestations, kirti, fame, freed, opulence or beauty, vak, fine speech, cha, also, narina, of the moment, smriti, medha, intelligence, dhiti, firmness, shama, patience. This is Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. But as soon as a man is born, he dies at every moment. Thus, death is devouring every living entity at every moment. But the last stroke is called death itself. The death is Krishna. And for future development, all living entities undergo 6 basic changes. They are born, they grow, they remain for some time, they reproduce, they dwindle, and finally they vanish. Of these changes, the first is deliverance from the womb, that is Krishna, and the first generation is the beginning of all the future activities. The 7 opulence listed, fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience are considered feminine. If a person possesses all of them or some of them, he becomes glorious. If a man is famous as a righteous man, that makes him glorious. Sanskrit is a perfect language and is therefore very glorious. If after studying one can remember a subject matter, he is gifted with a good memory, or smell them and apply them when necessary is intelligence. Another opulence to overcome unsteadiness is called firmness or steadfastness. And when one is fully qualified yet is humble and gentle, and when one is able to keep his balance, both in sorrow and ecstasy of the joy, he has the opulence called patience. Shama. Om Ajnanatimirandasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मृत्तिमीनेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीकृष्णं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणकान्तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितान्त हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोऽयश्च कृपा सिन्धुरेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाय नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवानुसितारिणे निर्विशेषवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर देवाचार्य गौरवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So this chapter, the opulence of absolute. So in this chapter, Krishna is telling his glories to Arjuna. As Arjuna says in verse 12 and 13, that Arjuna accepts that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead, Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram Dham. So Krishna is accepting that you are the all powerful and you are the maintainer of this world. And then he wants to know more. So please tell me or your more opulences. And the 18 Arjuna says that I am not satisfied by hearing your all mystic powers and vibhutis. And then Krishna says that I have many limitless opulences. But here for benefit of you, I will tell some of the prominent manifestations. And the 19 onwards, Krishna is telling the some of his opulences. And the in the last one which we on the 10.33, which is taken by Vaibhav Prabhuji, and in that we learn that of the letters I am the letter A, and among the compounded words I am the dual compound, and I am also in objective time, and of the creator I am the Brahma. So so in this verse, the first verse is Mrityu Sarva Haraschaham. So first word is the Mrityu, and seeing around us every day in our families, we are hearing that this person is dying, and we are all hearing about this, but we are still engaged in our usual activities because we are thinking that that person has died. We have still lot more to earn, or we need to do still our activities. But as it says in the, we heard also in the, this is what is the most wonderful thing within this world. So who asked this question to whom? Yes. So Yaksha is asking this question to Krishna Maharaj, that what is the most wonderful thing within this world that we are seeing every day. People are dying around us, but still we are engaged in our usual activities. and we are thinking that we are not going to die, and we want to still accumulate more and more, and we are doing more routine activities. Old age will come, and whatever we have accumulated will be remain here in this world. So the next word is sarvaharas. So this is Prabhupada is using this word most oftenly. So it is said that in every three lecture, one lecture, Prabhupada is quoting this especially verse, Mrityu Sarva Haraschaham. So here the Sarva Haras means whatever we have in this world, we need to, it will remain here in this world. So with the time, everything will go away. So it is in the Bhagavad Gita 2.27 sloka, Chatas hi dhruva mrityu dhruvam dhruvam janma mritascha cha tasmat apariharthe na tvam sochtu arsati. So you will take another birth. So there is no reason for you to lament. That how we are going to accept the death. So for a devotee, it is a matter of joy because he is thinking that once he leaves this body, he will meet to Krishna. So for him it is a joy. But for material people, nobody wants to talk about the death. Everybody wants to talk about the car or what where they are investing. But a devotee, he wants to spend his time thinking about Krishna. So in this world, there are thieves who steal away. Some steal away your money. Nowadays they steal your credit card. They will steal whatever material things you have. Yeah. Now another thing is Facebook password they are stealing. So, but nobody can steal the death. Death is certain to come. But what will happen with the death? It is you are not losing your all relationships. You are not only losing, and you are not only losing whatever the relationships you are making in this world, but you are also doing whatever you have forgetfulness. You will forget everything, whatever you learn in your life. But still, one thing which is remaining, which is whatever the punya have you did, whatever the bhakti you did, you will never do. So Prabhupada says in his most of lecture, he repeat this many times that after many births, because foolish rascal who has to go through the cycle of birth and death, Bhutva Bhutva Paliyate, Bhagavad Gita 8.19, take birth once and become and defy God. I don't care for God. And then, so Mrityu Sarva Harascham, the atheist class of men who defy the authority of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will meet Krishna, and when at the time of death, when will Krishna take him, take everything, his body, his society, his country, his family, his bank balance, his house, everything will be taken away. Mrityu Sarva Harascham. So Mrityu, Krishna is appearing to a atheist class of men as Sarvaharas. Sarvaharas means taking everything. I have bank balance, I am the leader of this country, and I have know so many people. But still, when death comes, it will take everything with us. So, among all the type of death which are happening at every moment, I am death which take away all the memories. So this says in Bhagavatam 11.20 to 39, Mrityu Ante Vismriti. So this total forgetfulness of one previous material identity which comes from one region or another is called death. So whatever we have learned, we will forget. But whether it's good for us or bad, that we are forgetting whatever. So it is one way good that we are not remembering what happened in previous life. So we do not remember what was our name in last birth, which family we are born, which country we are born. So if we had remembered this as a June, then what would happen? Yes. So yeah, but we are some people we know that they remember that what where which city they take birth, or they also remember who was their last parent. Yeah. Yes. So we know this, and but this actually not good for them actually, because they are not able to live in their present. They are connected with the past. They are not able to forget their past. So sometimes for some people it becomes slightly more miserable because of remembering this. But for a devotee, that is like cat catching kitten. Prabhupada gives this example that when a cat is catching a mouse, like a non-devotee, for him is a death personified. But when a cat catching its kittens as his mother, so she feels comfortable and it is safest place. So similarly, for a devotee who are in continuous remembrance of Krishna, for them that is a thing where he can is a chance to associate with Krishna, because he is thinking once he leaves this body, he will serve in Goloka Vrindavan. That's what the thoughts of devotee, and whatever happen is happened with by the Krishna's grace. We can do our endeavor. So, what is best for us? So, it is says that until we have the that we should do whatever we can do best, and in that time the best for us is to do continuous remembrance of Krishna, and by remembering Krishna we leave the body, so we will certainly reach the Golokundama. So that's the how do we know that death is coming? There are some we know that some of fortunate people who are knowing that when they are going to die. So who is Parikshit Maharaj, and who else? Bhishmadev and Katwang Maharaj. So they were knowing that when their death is coming. They are very elevated devotees. But for us, normal devotee is very difficult to know that when the death is coming. So there is a word called nimittas. Everybody heard word nimittas? Nimit- So nimittas, this you get to know there are some you can say events which are happening before your death is coming, or you get feeling internal feeling that yeah your time has come to leave this material world. So to see Madhvacharya has explained about two type of death, apamrityu and karmrityu. In his commentary to Atharya Upanishad, so karmrityu is death which occurs naturally after having lived for one full lifespan of 100 years, or as per your horoscope, and then there is a akar mrityu or apramrityu is your untimely death. So we know that kal mrityu is will going to come for everybody, and for some people is will be untimely death. So we do not know when our death is going to come. So it is always that's why we have to start doing bhakti from the as earliest as possible. So if somebody is very fortunate, he will take birth in the devotee family, or whenever whatever his prarabdha karma, he will be able to associate with the devotee and do bhakti. So, because of this reason, we do not know when our death is coming. We should be always eager to do bhakti. And then before death occurs, there are nimittas that foretell things of death, and they are called mrityu suchaka. Therefore, notice these early signs of death and prepare. Lifespan is very scientifically dealt in astrological science. So there are some events through that we can know that our death is coming. So it is time to pack up all other activities, order all our normal activities, and start for the preparing for the next journey. So we'll discuss some of them. So is that the rays of sun suddenly disappear from the regions, and the sun then starts to appear as if it's like moon. So in the daytime you are seeing that it's not looking like a sun, it's like moon. So if you feel like that, then you need to understand that. Yeah. So, so next is the sky appears tinged dark red. So this will only appear whose death is limited, not everybody. So if everybody is seeing that is okay. But only if you are seeing this, then so the sky appears to be very tinged dark red. So third is the obnoxious smell of a crow's nest is felt as if emanating from one's own head. So from your own head, if you are feeling these obnoxious smells, so this is one of the foretells. And the fourth is sun glow appears to be split, not seeing sun as a round. So this is also one of the sign of the death is imminent to come. And the fifth is if one's own shadow appears to be split, then one should be understand that they may not be living for long time. And the sixth is if one sees one's head to be distorted or as if his head not seen either in the mirror or in the reflection of water, or if one sees eyes in the mirror appear to be squinted, one should understand that death is soon to be expected. So these are the some of the nimittas. There are many actually. I have taken some of them. So there are actually many. This is and also we see in this material doctor will say that if you are feeling too much tired, you are not feeling any energies, you are on your bed for more than 30 days, and if you are breath is very unusual, so these are some of the sign that your death is near. So like there are many signs. So whatever with the little knowledge if we have, we can prepare. It's better. Yes, yes. So this signs on appears to some people. It's not that everybody is going to. This sign will appear for those who are getting actually the, but who are getting akal mrityu for them. Yeah, there will be not any signs. So you can also see that you must have also seen in your families. You are able to tell, okay, now is my time to leave. So if somebody wants to share their experience, they can share that if they know that their family members, they tell actually beforehand that this is my time to prepare or now. So you would have seen in our family also, some of people they can know actually that they are now it's time to go. So in this, we'll move to next thing. Uddhavascha Bhavishchitam. So Krishna's appearance is not only just one side, he is not only destroyer, he is also the creator. So we know that he is the both in the beginning and the end. So he is the creator, he is the one who is given birth, by whose authority we are taking birth. So we can also see that I am the prevailing underlying future mentioned. We can see that. So it may be in the Bhagavad Gita Canto 6, it's mentioned that a man might be fertile and woman might be also fertile. Why? Because until there is we can say, uh, we can say, sanctioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we cannot reproduce. So we see, so from this we can see that every start of life is by the sanction of Lord. So whatever is happening in our life is happening because of the mercy of Lord. We can understand from this. And as per the future development, all living beings is going through six basic changes, which is they are born, they grow, they remain for some time, they reproduce, they dwindle, and finally they vanish. Of these changes, the first is deliverance from the womb, and that is Krishna, and the last, that is also Krishna. So we can see that as from this picture also, that a child takes birth and he grows, and then he remains for some time, and then he reproduces. We can see from our own life, and then we are going to dwindle, and finally we will vanish from this earth. So this is the cycle is going to happen. So in this verse, we see that among the feminine quality, I am Kirti, Nritir Medha Dhati Shama. So these are the 7 opulences which are actually prominent in the Narina. So why we are telling us the Narina? This quality we also see in the men also. But so there are certain qualities are as adornment in the personality of women, and while there are other qualities which are used especially praiseworthy in the men. So ideally, a well-rounded personality is the one who possesses both of these qualities. So here Sri Krishna lists fame, prosperity, perfect speech, memory, intelligence, courage, and forgiveness as the virtue that makes woman glorious. And the first of these 3 qualities actually manifested on the outside, while the next were manifested on the inside. So the first 3 qualities are actually kirti, seen out by outside other people. Okay, so your kirti will happen. It will be other people will tell it, and your Sri means actually a vak or fortune what you have. So Sri has 2 meaning, either your beauty or you have the prosperity or wealth you have. So that can be seen by others. But here we see that Kirti is actually dependent on the Sri and Vak. So if you have a fine speech, or you have a lot of wealth, prosperity, or you have beauty, then you are be glorified everywhere. So out of these 3, actually 3, which is most important? Out of these 3 quality, your Kirti, Sri, and Vak, which is most important? Yes. So speech is most important. Example of Prabhupada, he was actually penniless, was having just 37 rupees, and he went. And also we see that their individual writers, they make billions of money just because of their speech. Now we say there is a new age business all on the YouTubes. They are actually influencers. We are seeing all the influencers, social media influencers. So they make a lot of money by creating some interesting content or by, so mostly you can say these are all businesses based on your work actually. So if you are following, so these days there is a one also a social media influencer, because he told something wrong thing and now he's getting defamed because of this. So your work is very very important. So whatever you are speaking, you should be very careful, and it is should be used properly. So out of these three, the most important is what? So beside this, there is a progenitor of the humankind, Prajapati Daksha. He had 24 daughters. So five of them were considered to be best of the women, which is Kirti, Smriti, Medha, Diti, and Shama. And Sri was the daughter of Shesh Bhrigu, and Vak was the daughter of Brahma. So in accordance to their respective names, these seven names are preceding deities of the seven qualities mentioned in this verse. And here Sri Krishna enlists these qualities as vibhutis. So that is why these are called the feminine quality, because their presiding deities is these women. So that's why these all the six vibhutis are called feminine qualities. So and these all the qualities are actually commonly actually is present in Srimati Radharani and Sita Devi, and we can also see some of the glimpse in the all the gopis. So to the extent one's devotional service and these qualities proportionally manifested. So ye yatha mam prapadante taks pajama. So as these qualities also manifest in us as per all the devotions. So we need to do proper endeavor for it, and we will can also get these qualities. And by getting these quality, so a man can have both this feminine quality and the men's quality, and then he will become more popular or he get more famous. So there are certain qualities are seen as a adornments in the personality of women, while the other quality is used as the Spritasuna. So today we'll discuss about the Vritasura story. So we know that Vritasura, he was actually a devotee, or he was also Brahmana, and at the same time he was a demon. Why he was a Brahmana? Because he has taken a birth from the Brahmana family. So his father was Vishwarup, and so Vishwarup's father was Twascha actually. So Twascha actually the Vittasura was born, because Vishwarup's actually he was a Brahmana, and he actually helped the Indra to regain his kingdom back from the demons. But he also see that while he is doing the yajna, he is some portion he is actually also giving to demons also, because he was from demon family. So when he see this, that he become very angry, and when this his father who is Vashya, he actually feel very angry, because he thought that Indra has killed his son with his no mistake, and he created a aparadh, Brahman aparadh. So because of this aparadh, he actually suffer for one celestial year. So just to take revenge of this, Tvasya actually he did yajna. But while doing his yajna, he actually mispronounced some of the words that he. So we can see that whatever the tapasya, austerity we are doing in this material world, if they are not performed perfectly, they might give us reverse results. So we need to be very carefully doing this material activities. But in a devotional activity, even if we do some mistakes, because Lord is bhavagrahi, He might actually forgive us. But whatever we are doing for, He was actually entire earth. He was, you can say, engulfing it, the entire earth. So He was so big, so ferocious. When He was speaking, people were feeling like they are. So He was so ferocious when He come out of the Indra. But He was supposed to be killed by Indra also at the same time. The Devtas, and He defeated them. So they all ran away. And then the Lord, so I will just cut this story short. I will not go in more detail. So they went to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu told them that you. So they went to Dadichi Muni for asking his bone. So asking bone means asking for his death also. But seeing the purpose that Lord has sent Dadichi Muni out of his generosity, he was prepared that this bone can be used to make the Vajra, and that will be used to kill Vritasura. And then we know that by the Vishwakarma that Vajra is made, and to fight with Vritasura with the Vajra. So all the other demons, they were afraid because now the Indra has Vajra, so we'll get killed. So they all his the other demons colleagues, they were started running from the battlefield. So Vritasura then tried to preach them that you should fight. Even if you die, still you will get the moksha because you are dying by doing your duty. So same we can also see in the Kurukshetra Mahabharata war. Although Krishna's army and people from Krishna's side, they also died while fighting. Although they were fighting against the Pandavas, but they still, Vritasura was preaching them that even if you are going to die, you will still get liberations. You will get out of this material engagement because you are doing this for following your dharma. So Vritasura was preaching. So also, why we have taken this Vritasura story, because here also Vritasura in this story also preach to Indra that even if death comes, we need to take it. So we are seeing in this story that initially the all magnetic form, and he roared it. And when he roared, all the devtas become so fearful that they started running back. And then Indra started fighting with the Vritasura. And Indra cut one of the arms of Vritasura. And Vritasura was bleeding profusely. But he was fighting with the Indra, and at the same time he was preaching that we are fighting for the pleasure of the Lord. I am fighting as a duty to Krishna. So while fighting, he was continuously remembering Krishna and glorifying the Lord. And at the same time, he was fighting. And then Indra also cut his another arm. But he was still very steadfast. One of these 7 qualities, so he was displaying this quality. But he was steadfast. And he still fight, and he taken again a genetic form, and along with Aravat, he actually swallowed the Indra. That since now I have already killed the Indra, my purpose of life is finished. Let me remember Lord and he was remembering Lord and meditating on the Lord's form, and he leaves his body. But Indra didn't die actually. He was inside his body. So with his Vajra, he killed actually Vritasura and come out of his body. So we can see from this story of Vritasura that he was displaying and at the same time was encouraging Indra that he should fight. Because we can see in this picture that when Vritasura actually hit Indra with his arrow down, and he was hesitating to actually fight with the Indra, but he preached him that whether you be in victory or loss, you should not be lamenting about this situation. You should do your duty, and you should get up demon. But he is a demon like a Bali Maharaj, like Prahlad Maharaj. He was showing those qualities. So from this story we can of the Vritasura, we can learn the steadfastness. So whatever activity you are doing, we should be very good on these activities. And by being the showing this quality, we can actually progress on a spiritual life. So Vritasura's pastime is very inspiring for all of us, and especially Vritasura preach about the death. So even the death, when we are seeing our death in front of us, we should not be afraid of the death. We should be steadfast in our endeavor. So with this, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So if anybody has some questions, so actually we can also discuss some of the prayers by Vritasura. So if somebody want to discuss the prayers of Vritasura, it's very wonderful.
Krishna, any question?
Actually, I observed some few points. Whenever elders will be there, they will tell us, so I got a time, so I will go. Then it is acceptable. By doing this some unexpected death. So doing the unexpected death, how will it be given? Whether it's based on that karma or whether it's based on time, what things will happen?
So it is said that unexpected death actually, like we can say by in the accident or where we do not know death has come. So for that purpose also is Prahlad Maharaj is telling us that we should engage in the bhakti from very beginning of life at the very early age. So if the our full journey of life, if we are remembering continuously Krishna, then Krishna can Ali chamam eva smaran mukta kalevaram japreti samartavam jati matya samsaya. So at the time of death, who are able to remember Krishna and Krishna's glory, this he will get out of this material birth, and there is no sunshine on this. But what about those who has doesn't know that their antkal is coming and they are not, they just died in the you can fraction of second and they do not have ability to think about Krishna. So it is said that for those people is that's why life and we are continuously engaging all our energies in the bhakti. Then Krishna is merciful. He will accept us that we have actually in some of shastras say that even Vishnu Dutas will actually come and they will chant for you at that time of time. Because of somehow if you are not able to remember Krishna at that time, then Vishnu Duta will come and they will actually chant for you.
What is the age period from the born to
It's actually after Kumar age, like Prahlad said, from very after 4 years you should start doing bhakti. Correct me if I'm wrong. So,
age of the living. What is the age? Depends on whether 88, 40
No, the age of anybody actually depends on your own karma, your previous birth, previous karma, that what you will get this year life. Your previous year's karma and plus your this year, how you are maintaining your body. That's how it will decide how many years you are going to live. Now the next thing is that whether if you prematurely die, whether you are able to get still get out of this birth and death or not. That's your question. So that will depend on actually whether you are in your from very how early you started doing bhakti. The earlier do better. Yes, yes. Hmm. Hmm.
Who mentioned referring symptoms when I communication is right, that happens with all the entities. But only this human form of life is very rare. At the same time, it's very fragile. Like, when you ask a question that sometimes it comes like you not living a complete calm. The rarity of this form of what we have seen. This life is very, very rare. It says it's very rare sometimes. For example, after it's very nice. At the same time, you come to know now the is very fragile, it's very rare, at the same time, it's very fragile. This verse says, after many, many births and deaths, one achieves the real human form of life, which, although temporary, is temporary, any time can go, not 100 years, any moment. But it affords the Jivatma, we have different vehicles. We have different vehicles. But only this vehicle will take you to your final destination. Human form of life. But this car or this vehicle, you don't know how long it will be there. You can attain the highest position only by this vehicle. Now, problem is, or the instruction is a sober human being should quickly endeavor, quickly, as Prabhu mentioned, from the childhood, quickly, because this vehicle can be taken any time. You don't know. Any moment you will get a notice, Prabhuji, vehicle वापस करना है. इसलिए उस vehicle से जल्दी अपने स्थान पर पहुंचिए, क्योंकि यही vehicle लेके जा सकता है. That's why sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as his body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down in time. मतलब मृत्यु के पहले अपना काम पूरा करना है और मृत्यु कभी भी आ सकती है, हमें पता नहीं कभी भी आ सकती है. इसलिए इस मेथड का उपयोग करके भक्ति करके तुरंत उस perfection को प्राप्त करिए आप. नहीं तो एनी मोमेंट देखो बताया कि विदाउट इवन सिम्टम्स the symptoms very positive people that are
Yes.
right only.
Yes.
It's the only positive people that have in the past.
Yes. Yes.
Otherwise, sometimes without any cause. Like that only. Yes, it means now it's more challenging, right? So we have to be more and more careful and we have to be most careful. Bhakti Vijay Siddhant Chandra Bhakti Maharaj. This is the favorite. He says this verse, you please put everywhere in the house and always remind.
11:9.
9:20. So after all sense gratification, that's available in all. Don't worry about that. In all the vehicles, you have eating, meeting, all the vehicles to provide in the vehicle. That's why as much as possible, the full speed, not going to be plus, use this vehicle, otherwise, we will not be able to reach all this very important.
Right. There is one more verse, which is 11, 29, 22.
Hmm.
So, 22. देखिए जैसा बुद्धिमत्ता बोलते हैं मनीषा च मनीषिणा जस सत्यम अरथेन प्रत्येन आपनोति महानतम. So the God himself is saying that this process is the supreme intelligence of the intelligent and the cleverness of the most clever. Or by following it can in this very life make use of the temporary and unreal achieve me, the eternal reality. So this is the practice of devotion. So who is the most clever and most intelligent? He should follow this path. Because of this body has Prabhu mentioned that what any kind can be taken from us, which is unreal, and achieving the eternal thing from that one was the most intelligent person who can do from that useless thing the best input from it. So this is one of the words. And I was remembering even Chanakya says that yes, Gurjan Sansargam, Bhaj Sadhu Samagam, Ishwar Nityam Anityata. So that is Guru Punyam Ahur Vastam, Ishwar Nityam Anityata. So the fourth thing is just Gurjan Sansargam. Just read the accesses of the back. Whenever you have a time, do the whole thing. And Ismar Nityam Anityata. Always remember that this is the place which is permanent. This whole thing we don't try to need is aspect. And I was remembering terribly in this subject actually in this past and there are persons for us every time. So this is an Hare Rama was निःश्वासे नहीं विश्वासो कदा उद्धव भविष्यति कीर्तनीय मनोभाया हरे नाम एव केवल. So only the Hari Nam in this Kali or in this age of the Kali, only the one thing is there, which is real, and निःश्वासे नहीं विश्वास. Whatever the breath we are taking, then it will stop more and more. निःश्वासे नहीं विश्वासो कदा उद्धव भविष्यति. What we have to do? कीर्तनीय मनोभाया. From the childhood even. One should try. And childhood means whenever, who knows when, from that moment, they are supposed to do this. As this topic is very weak, we can even discuss more on this. And as again in Bhagavad Lord has created this material. People say that why all this trouble and that all created by the Lord only. So it is like an alarm for us. Otherwise, we will be very comfortable. We will not think of going back. We will not become serious on that. So every moment, like as you said, was mentioning that verse of which is in the discussion of Diksha and the used to that. Adanyani Bhutani Dakshanti Ayamana says is power Dakshanti. Like there are these alarms everywhere, every time, right? And this is our life. It will go both ways. Means remembering the greatness of the Lord, even if you perform a small devotional service, the Lord takes it in a very big way. So he says, like, I am not the reason to deliver you, but your devotional service is that which is making me like obliged to take you. So that is the Lord's move. But otherwise, for us, like every time we should remember this, and the seriousness will only come when we will see all this. That's why it is said means like when there was like the people they used to stay in a common family or together like so they used to experience everything. Like the childbirth, how the difficult their soul comes and how difficult it is or the soul is facing even in the birth time. Like, Nobody is even actually most of the times nothing is actually yeah, only just get the news and even the yes, yes. So these all things were even nowadays the people they just got so many words which is changed and that you are not understanding the seriousness of that. Like they said, like some children they are doing some nonsense thing or something. So the people are saying they are very smart. So for to rest English, you don't feel it is a bad place like where you don't have to stay for a long time and you just go for some urgent thing and come out of that. But it is just 2 minutes, okay. Feel of not to we feel means like we are very like now educated and so called polished. So we should not use those words. And those words we have to remind ourselves either this is a very good thing or this is a very bad where we have to meditate on that, think of that, and then just those instructions on it.
They call it proteins, they say that it's not clean. It's not. The human body which can award all benefit in life is ultimately obtained by the law of nature. Although it's a very rare achievement, this human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat having the spiritual master as the captain and the instructions of the personality of Godhead as credible wings impelling it on its course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize his human life cross the ocean of material existence must be considered the killer of his own soul. स आत्मा ये शब्द आया है कि वही अपनी आत्महत्या कर रहा है। स आत्मा बहुत अच्छा वचन है कि वो तो अगर जीवित भी है, if a person is living in not died yet, अच्छे से उसकी 100 साल की जीवन भी है, बट ये नहीं कर रहा है तो मरा हुआ, वो तो आत्मा नहीं। Mr. Prabhupada writes that even movement of life with Krishna consciousness is much better than continuous life without important.
Some of the people don't and brahmachari he leaves the body, both are same. And the butcher he is supposed not to die and not to live. Yeah. So this is like for the son of a king. So it is the best time as a prince. Like he is having the best facilities everything. So how long he lives as a prince? It's a good life for him. For the brahmachari, that is the time if we leave the body that time, he will immediately get the abode of the Lord. And for the devotee, he serves here also the Lord, and when he leaves the body, then also he will be engaged in the service of it. So for him, either here or leaving the body home, for the butcher, it is here also he is living the sinful life. After death also what will happen? So, just that meditate on that. That week, I at least I learned that first time from Maharaj, like, what about that? Everyone else. Like,
Somebody who is in severe pain cannot tolerate pain, so they either voluntarily choose different like medical care. So
under this situation, whether this can be authorized legally for government or private hospital, and you were done. So far, guys, actually, the body, as you mentioned, is given by Krishna,
And he goes,
so we do not have any rights at this point of time. This point. So never ever. Because who does not understand the value of the body, every movement of your whole life, and you mentioned such a vehicle is going to take the station. They use it very practically in the past will. This moment is for a devotee who want to serve this Krishna till the last breath they want to serve. And we can see the example of Sri Prabhupada himself. He wanted to give us the entire Bhagavatam. Imagine his compassion. Lying on the bed for his body, at that time also we will perform that all of us beginning. So this is very important time. That is what I comment on.
Not build a house for someone. You don't have right to burn someone's house. There is no example of that. You cannot hear the light. So how you have the right to hear the light? So the Lord is the only person who gives the life, and He plans for you to give you the next body. So, like Prabhupada is giving, if you don't have the next step of the fall, so you cannot go those floors which carry your body. Where you have the next step of the fall. So, the same thing with like so you should know about this people who try to commit suicide in the he have to tolerate it and if the result that death is not taken away from the law, then we have to tolerate it. The best thing is like even it is in Aesop research, this is mantra number 70. Can you open for me that Aesop research mantra number 70?
That's
Yes, let the contrary body be bound, O my Lord. Please remember all my sacrifices. And because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. So it is means like usually our person is like from heart with and like we will be not able to see anything. When you enter I was telling you, basically we will be in the dark. So we will not able to see if the sun is looking like the wheel or maybe the current or yeah, anything. Where people they will get that. Most of us will be but in that also for you, please you remember that time because I will not able to remember.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, similar.
Hmm.
So it means a pure devotee only can pray, not ourselves, like who are like a part-time people. Most 22 hours we are in material life and 2 hours in the japa time, half time sleeping. So we cannot pray this. But people who devote like we are talking about the manas and those souls. For them, these are the verses where the Lord will definitely takes care of. So as we have taken information from this, whatever we do, like so far, he told us attitude is the key. Whatever is small for this life, why we are all the time talking about the square of that. He was just in when the place was built to Lanka. At that time, all the monkeys they were doing most of the service. But that external she was doing only minor tasks, and she is also equally considered like because the attitude was I also want to do something for the Lord. So we have that mind, still if we have that like the mood of like mind, whatever the capacity, your heart is to pick up the God themselves.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. It's such a wonderful classroom. Provoking class. I got a slap in between. I was sitting next to a student who, and he asked me only one question and it was like a big slap on my face. He asked me, "Yes, how about AI? Can artificial intelligence tell us about this?"
Yes.
Yeah, because I always keep telling about AI and so on. So, yeah, nothing in a way. So whatever we have learned from Prabhupada and Prabhupada, the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what is very important. One thing which I've also heard stay in mind, and Ramanujacharya was serving during the lunch. He was not serving directly. He asked this question. His servant was offering shower, and she put. There were so many questions that were asked, and one of the very important questions that was asked by Ramanujacharya. When he asked God, when a devotee is dealing with his body, he is not able to remember his name. So for devotees, you don't have to worry. You have to just focus because there is a hope. We are talking about there is a hope, and the only hope that we have got is